So welcome to this free B2B lead generation scraping course. I'm going to actually speedrun every single platform you can think of in this video, and I'm going to keep it completely raw, and I'm going to do it step by step so you can follow along as you go for whatever platform you want, right? Instagram profiles, Facebook profiles, phone numbers, emails, LinkedIn profiles, you name it. I'm going to show you how to scrape it completely automated and for free. So nothing in this video costs a single dime, and that's what makes this so special, and it will save you time as well. So without further ado, let's dive straight into this. I'll put timestamps so you can skip to whatever part you want. Once again, I'm just here to provide value and give you guys some source. So let's dive into the first one, which is going to be Instagram. So this is by far the best way to scrape Instagram profiles in 2024. I guarantee it. I've sent hundreds of thousands of cold DMs. This is what is going to allow you to book more appointments than you can actually handle. So the first way is going to be finding a creator or a coach who helps your prospects. So this is great for anyone who helps coaches, consultants, service providers, even real estate, mainly all business. All businesses have people who help your ideal clients, right? So if we look at this guy, let's just say you were helping fitness coaches. This guy right here, once it loads, is a business coach for fitness creators. So if we go to his recent post, what you're going to find is personal trainers who like his content because he's done the hard work of creating content, running ads, spending time building his brand just to gather up a following of personal trainers. As you can see here, we've got Jeffrey, who's a men's transformation coach. We've got, you go down here, you can see we've got Heidi, who's a at-home bikini. So yeah, these are like personal trainers. But what you'll notice is, obviously, there's a few people in here who are perfect, but then you'll notice there's a lot of unqualified leads. So what we're going to be doing is automating the whole scraping process of this and getting as many qualified leads into a Google Sheets. So just hypothetically, we're going to be targeting personal trainers for Instagram. So what we're going to do is use a tool called Instant Data Scraper. Most of you have heard of this already. It's completely free to use. It's a Chrome extension. And then we're going to be using ChatGPT to actually filter all of the people that aren't personal trainers, fitness coaches, or your niche essentially. So how this works is you would very easily just click this button right here, and it's going to put some names into this column, right? So we have their username and we've got their full name. So what we're going to do is we're going to set the min delay to about 5 seconds and make sure infinite scroll is turned on. And then if we start crawling, what this is doing is if we go back here, you can see that it's going to go down the actual list automatically and just extract all of these profiles into a Google Sheet. So as you can see, it's doing it right now for us, and it does it every 5 seconds, I believe. And you are essentially going to rinse and repeat this to get maybe 500, 1,000 leads. I've actually timed this and I can get about 1,000 leads in, I think, maybe an hour max, but I've done it in like 45 minutes. So it's really efficient. As you can see, you've already gotten like 30 leads. So you can stop crawling and you can then just go to a different post. So you can go to like, let's take, I don't know, this one, for example. Actually, no, let's not do that one. Let's do this one because it's more for like sales calls. So people who are interested in that will have liked this, hopefully. Okay, sometimes, oh yeah, here we go. So you can see we've got Theo, we've got Lisa. These are personal trainers. We've got Paul. Perfect. We've got Joel. So this is a really good one. So let's do that. If it does go like this, what you need to do is you need to go back onto Instagram and you actually need to refresh the page, right? Because what's happened is that the scraper has got confused, so it's scraping the background of like all of this, not the actual thing that we want it to scrape. So yeah, if you go like this now and then do it, it should, you can see that it's done it now, which is what we want. So once again, set this to like 3, 4, 5, doesn't really matter, and then just start crawling. And you can see how if I were to spend 10 minutes, you'd get like hundreds and hundreds of leads. So this is just step 1. So let's quickly, yeah, you can see that we can delete this part. You can see that it's going down. Let me just have a drink. Okay, perfect. So let's stop it soon in a second. So you can see we've gotten those leads and we've gotten these leads. So we've gotten about close to 100 so far. If we give it an extra second, it'll get quite a few more. But there's actually a lot of, yeah, you can see mobility, functional coach, Jordan, who's a muscle. Yeah, so, and this can be done for any niche. You just have to find someone who helps your niche or has a following. So if you're working with like real estate agents, you could go to maybe like a smaller version of like Ryan Serhan, who, if you don't know who he is, he's just like he owns like a real estate firm. So you can get really creative with this. But if we stop the automation now, And then what you want to do is you want to download this as a CSV, download the other one as a CSV, and then go into Google. Let's quickly go into Google. And we're going to go to Google Sheets really quickly. Let's speed run this. Click on New. Click on Google Sheets. And we are basically going to just paste in. So let's actually go File, Import, and give it a second to load. We're going to upload the thing we just downloaded, which is this one. So replace current spreadsheet is what we're looking for. And right now we're just filtering. So I'm going to show you how to automate the filtering process of this. So if you give it a second, and then whilst that's doing that, let's actually load ChatGPT up. So you can see it's pasted it in there. Let's paste another one. I believe we should be able to paste the one before this now. So let's go here. Paste this in. So replace. Okay, so I think what's happened there is it's accidentally literally replaced it. So we can solve that by going to Finder, go to Downloads, and let's go to Date. And then I believe we need this one. Let's just copy and paste it manually. Give it a second to load. So let's just copy and paste this manually. And then let's just paste it in here. Because I believe, so this is the other one. And then you can just remove like all the background stuff. You can remove this, but it doesn't really actually matter too much. So that's perfect now. You can make it the right font. Let's go for 10. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to download this. So download this as a CSV. And then we're going to grab this prompt in here. So filter these leads and remove all the people that don't have fitness, coach, training. So if we paste that in, and you can even add more. Like you can add, let's say like, or I don't know, like muscle. So you want to target those who have keywords like this because those are qualified leads. So you can think of other ones, maybe like transformation. I know that's quite popular. And then let's just simply attach the file. So upload spreadsheet. And then just paste that in. Give it a second to analyze. You can see that this is what it is scraping. So it's going to find people who, so right now we've got like 76 leads, but obviously if you spent 10 more minutes, you could have gotten way more. And what you can actually do is you can tell ChatGPT to remove their last name. So if you want to do personalized outreach, you can see that it's actually filtered 11. So if you do need to spend time, because I think you're able to get like maybe 10% of the people who like it are actually qualified. So these are obviously actual like personal trainers, nutritionists, and so forth. So that's quite important. Just you have to get a lot, basically is what I'm saying, to actually get highly qualified leads. But that's the easiest way to go about it. And then we can tell ChatGPT to actually remove their last full name. So it's just their first name. And what we should do is remove, like, for example, Jordan Plantico, however you pronounce that, it should just be Jordan. So as you can see, that's what it's done. It's got Jordan here, which is perfect. And then obviously you can download that as a CSV, and now you have filtered leads with first names. Perfect. So you can get like 100 if you were to spend 10 minutes of doing it, but we just had to speed run that. So that's how I would get leads for Instagram. Now to give you some other strategies you've got suggested. So what this means is whenever you follow someone on Instagram, so if we take Vince, for example, and we follow him, we're going to find people who are very similar to him. So you can see this guy, he's a transformation coach. This guy, I don't know what he does. He helps, I guess, people who have online products. So if you wanted to target business or info or course creators, I'm sure he follows like a bunch of them. So if we click on this, you can see that he follows people. But if we actually go back let's go onto the search bar, and if you were to find like other fitness people who, so if we take, let's try and find, let's go back here. Let's try and see if we can get someone else. I mean, if we take this guy, for example, he probably follows personal trainers. So you can see that this guy's a personal trainer. Yeah, you can see how he follows people. So you can do the same method with following. That's a really good one. Yeah, you can see PT. She's probably some type of fitness. Ryan, you can see that he follows like a bunch of fitness people. You don't have to be a genius to realize that you can just scrape the same strategy of what we just did for likes here, essentially. So yeah, that is the first strategy. Now, yeah, obviously you can go to following, like what I just showed you, suggested. You can do hashtag, but I wouldn't recommend it because too many people use it. Now, for automating the first message on Instagram, there's a ton of tools. I'll give you two. The cheapest one is this one, and the second cheapest one is this one. And yeah, I actually give you pretty much free access. I mean, you can send for less than $1 a day if you're in my school community. So that's just a quick plug. But going back to here, now let's do Facebook. So if we load this bad boy up, what we want to do is you want to find groups in your niche. So let's just go into Facebook. And once again, I'm keeping this completely raw just so you can follow along with me. So if let's just take like real estate professionals as an example. So if we go into, let's just take like, I mean, you can search for like ones and I'll show you what pops up. So real estate agents, I wouldn't recommend targeting real estate agents. I think investors, property owners, those are the preferable ones. But let's just, if I just show you how to do it, you can obviously become way more, like, you have more time than I do, if that's what I'm saying. But I'm going to teach you the way and then you can adapt it for whatever niche you're in. So if we just go for people, you can see that once again, a lot of the people aren't who we want to target, but some of them are. So you can see that White investment, maybe like a real estate investment firm, I don't know, real estate consultant. So yeah, some of these aren't. So it's your job to find a group that has highly qualified leads. And as a little insight, you can pay like $20, $50 to actually enter a really high quality group in your niche, which no one's messaged before. That's just a quick trick that I see some people do. And if you export all of the leads in the way I'm going to show you, you can then just message them on another Facebook. So you've got leads that no one else has messaged. They're extremely high quality. So that's just if you want a bit of if you've got like $20 to $50, I recommend just joining a group of your niche, because imagine paying like $50, but now you've got access to like thousands of actually highly qualified ICPs, ideal client profiles, who you would want to work with. One thing you might need to do is use Instant Data Scraper to extract the actual links into the Google Sheet, which is what I'm actually going to do right now. So you can see that we actually get their URL here. So if we paste this into, let's delete this. If we paste this into here, this should take us to a page. I've no idea who it is, but I'm showing you that the URL actually does work. So you can see. So if we go back into here, and you can see that you've gotten like a ton of leads. So maybe this was the better option. You can start crawling to get more. But if it didn't work in ChatGPT, let's go down. Yes, you can see it didn't work here. You just need to upload the file from Instant Data Scraper, so Facebook leads, and then just have the same prompt that we use for this one, which is filter leads. So let's see what it does now. If we go here and click go. Okay, I think it's because this is still running, which is annoying. I know, there we go. Sweet. So yeah, then it's actually going to paste it here. So we've gotten quite a few now. So you can see this guy would probably be a good one. But let's just see what it does. And then yeah, that's how you would scrape Facebook. Now for actually messaging them automated, there's not too many tools. So Instagram is a bit easier to create softwares, whereas Facebook is a bit harder. So I actually created a video that you can watch on my channel going over how you can automate the first message for free. It's a really good video. I recommend watching it. And then if you have a bit of capital, you can actually leverage a free trial. I'm not even affiliated with this software. It's just called Messenger Flow. It allows you to automate the first message. And you can also scrape groups from it as well, I believe. But you can always, I don't care if you buy it or don't. But I'm just putting it out there. There's this one. It allows you to do Facebook outbound. But if we go back to ChatGPT, hopefully it's filtered it. So you can see that now we actually have we've got the realtor, we've got a real estate agent called Jenny, Daniel, who's a real estate consultant. We've got Joe, who's a broker, property practitioner. So you can see it does work. Yeah, you can see that we actually got quite a few. We've got about 27 in literally like 2 minutes. So you can rinse and repeat that. And then obviously you can do the same thing for actually removing their last name. And then you can just download it, just like what we did with Instagram. So that's how I would scrape Facebook leads in a really simple fashion, and how I'd send the first message. So now let's swiftly go over to phone numbers. So phone numbers is probably the easiest one to do. However, there is a few tricks to it. So if you use business directories like Yelp, Zillow, Realtor.com, Yellow Pages, Google Maps, this is how you would scrape phone numbers. So once again, it depends for who you're trying to help. If you're trying to help just all business owners, like in-person businesses, then you can go for like Yellow Pages or other business directories. A business directory is just where you can find businesses. So imagine you wanted to find, like, let's say your roof on your house is like collapsed. How would you find someone to fix that? You would use a business directory, but obviously we're not getting someone to fix it. We're looking to sell people on our offer. So if we just search for like roofing, just because we can, and search for find, you'll see that it should give us their number right here. So we can actually do the same thing of using Instant Data Scraper to scrape all of these phone numbers and put it into Google Sheets. So I probably won't go through this process, but you can see that you can do it right here, right? You have their business name, you've got their category, you've got, actually we can remove that. So you've got their phone number, you've got their street address, you've got their city, you've got reviews essentially, you've got other things as well. You can just remove the columns you don't want. But once again, you see how you can just start crawling. And if we click infinite scroll, you can start crawling and just get like hundreds of phone numbers in a matter of seconds. And this is how softwares work. So if you pay for like Apollo.io or Lead Kahuna or D7 Lead Finder or other ones, they just do this automated. Like that's the only difference. They just have their software to run through business directories, like other search engines as well, like maps, and just scrape it into a CSV for you. However, if you don't have the budget to spend like $100, $200 a month on these softwares, you can just do this really easily using this. So that's how you find phone numbers. Let's go back onto the SOP quickly. And yeah, it's really effective. It can work for most niches. Now, if you want to find like online service providers, so like coaches, consultants, agency owners, obviously that's going to be a lot harder to find as it's not public data. So what I'd recommend for you to be doing is creating content just like me, because you can generate inbound leads, people come to you, and if you give free value, just like what I'm doing right now, you can get their phone number by giving them more free value. So that's what I would be doing if you wanted to get phone numbers from actual like online business owners. But obviously it's a bit harder to do, and you can do this for all of these. Obviously Realtor.com is for real estate, Zillow, real estate mainly, Yelp, it's just another business directory. And you can do this for Google Maps as well. So any like aesthetic clinic, med spa owners, like, yeah, they work great for Google Maps. A quick tip is always go local, because if you just go for like a big city, obviously other agency owners or people who sell things to them have obviously tried that, so they're going to be a bit overexposed. So you can lower the competition and increase lead quality just by going local, and you can actually use that as a touch point by saying that you're in the local areas, which builds trust. So that's a quick one, and that's how you get phone numbers really quickly. I'm just trying to speed run this. How to get emails. This one is, for like creators, business owners, super easy. What we're going to do is we're going to go onto Google, and we're just going to search for this. So if we go onto, let's go onto Google, and let's just paste that in, and you can see that we get, we get a few, but what you want to do is Control A, and then you're actually going to paste this into here. So paste that into there. Yeah, just keep doing that, and yeah, that's how you'd get emails. Now I'm going to give you a really good trick that you're going to absolutely love. So let's just keep like rinsing and repeating this process. Or what you can do is you can actually, if you don't want to get like these people, you can, but I mean, we're going to get ChatGPT to filter it anyway, so it doesn't actually matter too much. So let's just paste that in there. Obviously you need to do this like maybe 10 times, because like it's going to be hard to actually get quality emails. So you're going to need to do this a lot. So you'll need to spend like quite a bit of time. So as you can see, it's a bit messy. You can do this if you want to remove. you obviously get more leads if you go a bit more broad. So just for like creators, either this probably works best. So once again, you can just copy that, paste it in. So let's just speed run this quickly. And then we can just prompt it with a similar one saying something like, if we go here, format this information. So we can also get there like Instagram, which is really good as well. So if we go here and just put that, give it a second, and it will just create a column for us. So let's go down. So you can see, perfect. It's given us email. If it was like the domain, you can just put their name before the domain. So for example, if we go to, let's just search for like, let's just get onto their website quickly, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. So if we realize that the owner, let's say the owner's called Susan. I mean, you can actually find the owner really easily. Yeah, you can probably find the owner really easily, but if you go onto their actual website, what you'll find is if you have the owner's name, what her actual personal email is probably something like this. Because, so obviously I don't know it's called Susan, but whatever the owner's name is, if you put that before the actual domain, you'll be able to get straight to the owner. So if you have like a bunch of websites and stuff, and you have their first name, you can actually just tell ChatGPT to put the first name before the domain, and then you can use a tool called NeverBounce to basically verify whether it is her actual email. So that's just a good tip essentially for getting, because I think what I found from emails is like the most important thing is just lead quality over everything else. So that's how you find emails. Now LinkedIn, this is a really unique strategy that I don't see too many people talking about. So this is actually a really good one. So let's go on to LinkedIn, and this will be the final one quickly. So yeah, this isn't, you probably haven't seen this before. Maybe you have, I don't think you would have though. So what we're going to do is once this loads, so everything comes from the search bar, right? If you want to do something, you're going to search for it. So if we just search for like marketing, instead of going for people, which is what most people do, and then you're just getting like the top people, which, I mean, yes, you could on paper market to this person, but it would make sense to go to events. And if we take, let's say I do actually sell something to do with AI. So if I wanted to target people who are interested in AI, so let's say you're selling like AI callers or AI appointment setters or AI solutions in general, what you could do is you could actually go onto this event, and what you can do is you can actually just see 16,000 leads from people who are interested in AI. And these are like, yeah, marketing specialists at Skyscanner. Like these are people who are interested in AI, which is really cool. So you can see that we've got, AI growth specialists. But I'm sure, if you were to like, you can definitely, get access to these people if you have LinkedIn Sales Navigator, I believe, because you can follow them, depending on certain stuff. So you can see that Jade, she's a freelancer, who's interested in AI. So you can see that this does work, but you can obviously do more research about it. And there's so many groups for LinkedIn. Obviously you can just do like the search. That's probably the easiest way, because if you just search for like coaching and then go to people, you can obviously filter. You can see you get a life coach, you get other types of coaches. Okay, apologies, I had a quick problem with the camera, but we're back really quickly. So you can use the search bar to get access to other people, and then you can filter it by their levels in certain companies. I found that there are a lot of high-level executives, COOs, CFOs on LinkedIn. It is a really good platform to get into. It's just a bit expensive. So if you're a beginner, maybe it makes sense to go for Instagram, Facebook. I recommend posting content on YouTube. You can even post content on LinkedIn. I do think it's a great platform though, but it's just a bit expensive. So that pretty much brings us to the end of the video, but I do want to say that there's Find Email, which is a really good software for finding emails from LinkedIn profiles, and also just finding LinkedIn URLs and profiles as well. So that's Find Email. Dripify is another one that people use. And if you did enjoy this video and if you learned something, just drop a like, subscribe. That means the world to me. If you are serious about taking your business to the next level, feel free to hop into my community. There's over 350 agency owners, coaches, and consultants in here who you can network with. We drop a ton of content in here. Like there's 40 hours worth of pretty insane content. You can see like how to build an offer, how to get leads, appointment setting, modern selling. Like it's way better than the content I put onto YouTube. But the main reason people join is because you get free software, which I haven't really seen anyone else do. So you get free goal high level software, and you get all of my done for you systems. There's over 15 different automations that you can actually use yourself or sell to business owners. It's absolutely amazing, but that'll be the first thing in the description if you want to check that out. I've made it purposely like insanely cheap. It's less than $100. However, the price is probably going to go up soon. Just a quick pointer. But yeah, if you don't want to join that, that's all good. Just subscribe and stay tuned for more videos. I am dropping every other day on this channel. So yeah, take it easy. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next video.